Hi ladies. All right, so my husband's truck is still broke. Hopefully we'll get it Monday. So that means I really have got to get creative into what we're going to be having. So one thing I've got planned for tomorrow is I'm going to take some eggs and scramble them and add a little veg in there somewhere, some sort. And then roll them up with this ham, which is not really a meal prep, it's just meal plan. We've got the yogurts. We've got granola. I've got one more thing I'll show you in just a second. And I think I'm on rinse and repeat when it comes to making my sippers ahead of time. I've got the oolong here, and this, I love the shrinker. The shrinker is one of my absolute favorites THM drinks, but it's so much easier just to make the vanilla oolong. It really is. So I've got my butterfly pea flower tea. I've got my vanilla oolong. We've got yogurts. I've got some ham and egg cheese roll-ups I'm going to do. We've got the granola. One thing I did prep for lunches, besides leftovers and other things like that, I took Renee, what the heck, Serene's, one of her cherry bisques. I think it's a Sunny Southwestern one. I had 1 pound of extra lean ground beef, so I went ahead and thawed that and I cooked it up. And I think her recipe calls for like 2 to 3 pounds of ground beef. Well, I'm not feeding a giant family right now. I'm feeding 1 or 2 people lunches with this. So what I did is I didn't do all of the liquid that she calls for. Change it up just a little bit. So in here I've got a little bit of the liquid, all the extra ingredients, the beans and rotel. And so when we have this, I'll just heat up some beef broth. And I've got the, I don't want to spill it, Better Than Bouillon or whatever it is in the fridge of good beef. So I'll just heat some water up and add some of that and then pour in some of that. And then we'll have either me by myself or me and my husband. Hopefully he won't have to have too much of this because that means we'll be back on the road. All right. I also just got this a week and a half ago. I saw somebody on TikTok make this cheese sauce out of, he used some sort of whey protein cheese powder. So I thought I might experiment with this with some cauliflower or some egg noodles or something. But I definitely want to try it on some popcorn because that was what I saw on Amazon, was popcorn for sure. Okay, so I pulled 3 things from my freezer from meal prep. This is beef brisket from a brisket that my husband smoked, and I took all the leftovers because we had plenty, and I froze them. And so what I'm planning on doing is doing my mashed potato recipe, which is a bag of cauliflower rice, yellow squash, a few of the baby potatoes, just like 2 per person, so it can still keep it in number-wise S mode. You can look at it as crossover or an S helper. And I add 2 ounces of reduced fat cream cheese, mash that up really well, and then I'll make up some barbecue sauce, and we'll have the beef brisket smoked with the mashed potatoes, the barbecue sauce, and then I've got some of the extra fine green beans. I'm probably going to air fry or roast in my oven, whichever one I decide to do, depending on the temperature outside and inside. Another meal I pulled from my freezer is beef teriyaki. And I wrote on these are one of the ones I did live. And I believe I have a pressure cooker instructions and crock pot instructions. And I've got 1 bag of frozen broccoli. So I just need to go to the store and get 1 more bag of frozen broccoli. And we'll have this with, I still have some cauliflower rice, or I could do brown rice, whatever I have available for the week. The next one I pulled from the freezer, what is this one? Garlic steak bites. So with this, I've got some mushrooms in the fridge. I'll cook up some mushrooms with this, and then just dig in my freezer for whatever other vegetables we've got. I've got plenty. I've got 1 giant bag still from Costco that's a bunch of roasted vegetables. I guess it comes roasted and then frozen. We had them a couple times, and they're really good. One recipe I'm super excited about for this week is probably not this one. Oh, it is this one. I'm going to attempt a chicken pot pie. I've got my chicken pot pie soup, but I want chicken pot pie. So I've got my stuff in here. I've got my chicken, celery, carrots, onion. I've got my heavy cream with my garlic. I do not have the xanthan gum in here. I will just do the xanthan gum on meal prep day. And then all my seasonings are in here. And then what I'm going to do for the dumplings, or not the dumplings, the chicken pot pie, the crust, I'm probably just going to take my biscuit recipe from the chicken pot pie soup with the cheddar bay biscuits. I'm going to make that and then just kind of drop on top of the chicken pot pie and bake it. I really hope it turns out good. I feel like it will, but we'll see. My chicken and dumplings didn't work out. The soup was good. The dumplings were no good. So we'll see if this works out. And then, okay, so I've got to go to the store for 3 things. So I'm going to make my recipe for beef and peppers or something. I don't remember what it was called, but basically my dad gave me some deer meat that has what we call chicken fry. Basically, it's just tenderized parts of the deer. And then I've got all my seasonings. I'm out of the brag, so I've got coconut aminos, brown swerve, minced garlic, salt and pepper, and that might be it that's in here. And I need 2 bell peppers and an onion, and that's all I need. And then this recipe is pretty much done. And then again, I can serve it with something, over something, or on the side. I still have cauliflower rice. I believe I still have brown rice, so I've still got options with that as well. I prepped, when I did my meal prep earlier, I prepped my red beans and rice, and I have that in my crock pot ready to go for dinner. The brown rice is already cooked, so when we eat in an hour and a half-ish, it's already done. And I've got a really weird recipe I'm about to tell you about. Really weird. I've had these chicken wings for a little while in my freezer, and I thought I pulled out a different chicken recipe or different chicken bag. I've been wanting to try this, so I went ahead and kept it. So what I'm gonna do, this is gonna be so, y'all are probably gonna like think I'm a nut. If you watch my meal prep before, I will prep for my husband his lunches, and I like to do like 3 to 4 lunches for him, so then I don't have to worry about it later in the week. And when I get busy, it just life gets hectic. Well, he almost always has pickles. So I'm going to brine these chicken wings in pickle juice. I have plenty of pickle juice. So I'm going to brine these in pickle juice, take them out after 6 or 8 hours, season them with garlic, salt, pepper, dill, and then air fry them. Or I have a convection oven, which is also basically an air fryer, and I've already prepped. I had some feta cheese in the back, so I basically, without the cucumbers, I'll buy one, but my husband doesn't like cucumbers, and I don't know how to say it, so I have no clue. Tzatziki sauce, it's about the best I can do. So I've got a tzatziki sauce without the shredded cucumber in here, so I need to buy a cucumber, some bell peppers, and an onion, but I will shred this, squeeze out the juice, give my husband some tzatziki sauce, and then we'll have chicken wings. I'm so excited. I'm kind of glad I grabbed this bag, not realizing that it was chicken wings. And so we'll have dill brined chicken wings with the seasoning, air fried, and then with the tzatziki sauce. I really want to have this so soon, but for sure, the brisket needs to be had first because that one has already kind of thawed. So I want to make sure I don't leave that in there too long. All right, and the final thing that I prepped today that we've already ate 2 of are my oopsie Danish rolls. I haven't made those in probably a year. I don't know, it's been a very, very long time, and I don't know why I don't make these more. And then I made these a little bigger, so instead of having 12, I ended up with 10. And we've already ate 2. So now we have, whatever the math is, 6, 7, 8. So I've got, and he ate one of mine. I made my husband's without my sugar-free stuff, but he ate one of mine. So we've got these Danishes that can go with any S meal because they are an S. So I've got this for dessert. I plan on also making this week, which I haven't today. I will probably do it sometime this week, especially if I'm not going anywhere tomorrow with my husband, since, well, hopefully we'll get his truck. That is the big hope. I plan on making some peanut butter bars. I've got a recipe for that. And then I want to make up again my Christmas crack. So I have them in my freezer. the chocolate nut jumble candy. I don't know what to call it. I've got my pralines in the freezer, and then I will have in my freezer some peanut butter bars and my Christmas crack. So I will be set for snacks at night with some hot chocolate. No need for me to be tempted by, well, I don't think I have anything in the house, but there's no reason for me to be tempted even when I'm out, because I will have everything I need in my freezer for the special, you know, I feel like this time of year is special, and when you always tell yourself no, when you're always, you know, denying yourself the sweets that are around you, you don't have anything to replace it. For me, I eventually cave. So by having my freezer stocked with really good, delicious, unplanned treats and sweets, makes me happy and makes the rest of me happy as well. I hope you're having a great Sunday. I'm going to go put all this up and change into some comfortable clothes, and the Cowboy game is over, so hopefully he'll let me watch a Christmas movie because I haven't seen one yet. Thanks for watching. Bye.